Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to the first episode of the ARM campaign of Total Annihilation. Now, this is a classic RTS by Cavedog back in the day. I have a lot of fond memories with it. There's a ton of mods out there, massive modding community. They've just released this new massive mod for it. But I'm not going to even worry about that. I'm just going to play for the campaign. I feel like the first couple of episodes of this are probably going to be quite short, like quite possibly like a couple of minutes long, so you're just going to have to bear with me. I've decided to do each episode as a mission, and as you can see, this is going to be a relatively long campaign, 25 missions, and some of the levels can be really long in it, so it will start off quite short, couple of minutes each, and then it will gradually get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm planning on doing the ARM and the core campaigns. So let's dive in. Let's get started with ARM, which I was always a little bit confused about this, because my understanding of it was that the ARM were like humans with like cybernetic modifications, and the core was just pure AI. That's probably wrong. I should probably look that up. But anyway, let's get to it.
It was near the end of the war, and after 4,000 years the Core Empire stood on the brink of final victory over the ARM rebellion. ARM forces throughout the galaxy were overwhelmed by the superior numbers and firepower of the ruthless Core. Their bid for freedom nearly lost. The battered remnants of the ARM military clustered in the single star system which contained its home world, Empyreon. Empyreon too would have fallen were it not for the skill of the sole surviving ARM commander. A shrewd tactician and resourceful warrior, the commander took advantage of the system's relative isolation and was able to keep the enemy at bay. ARM troops weathered wave after wave of Core attacks, and it seemed as though they would be able to do so indefinitely. The stalemate ended when a small Core insertion team managed to slip through planetary defenses and establish the last of a chain of space-folding galactic gates which led directly to the surface of Empyreon. A decoy engagement was staged at the ARM outpost on the outer planet of Calibran in order to lure the commander away from Empyreon, leaving the planet virtually defenseless. The invasion began.
So going from 0 to 100 right off the bat. Establish a guard detail around the galactic gate, and the priority critical is the core agents have somehow breached the security on Empyreon. I'm just going to call it the way he's called it. First yet, the commander is off planet and Core awaits an ambush in the gate, which he must return. Take your units to the gate and secure it. Our commander must return safely or we are lost. It just says here that the gate is located to the centre to the north and expect patrols. Now, with this, I was going to put it the highest resolution, but I figured it was just a bit too small, so I went for slightly smaller. I went for 1690, 1600, 900, not 90, and went for that. I'm going to put the speed up a little bit, just because I feel like it's, if you go at 0, it's just too slow. Got ourselves here, a few patrols, just a few mechs, nothing to worry about, a few scout vehicles. My favourite unit of all time in this is probably the Peewee. I don't know why. It's just, I think it's because it shoots so fast, and it's one thing I do like about the two campaigns and the two sets of units. The Core tend to rely more on like lasers and things like that, whereas the ARM tend to rely on more sort of machine gun based tech, so that's quite interesting. And we'll dive into it further as we go along. As I said, the first couple of missions are going to be a couple of minutes long. So that's the first mission there. So that's us secured the gate, got a few of the wee peewees there, and I'm going to point out a few of the sort of weird things about these end screens when we get to it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.